And speaking of which, let's talk about Dune Part 2. I have very mixed feelings about this movie. It is a superior movie to the first one, in my opinion, 100%. But my qualms with it purely come from the fact that I am familiar with the source material. I think if I had never read the book, if I had never seen any other version, I would not have the problems I have. So I think that's more so a reflection on me and not the movie itself. I think the movie is fine. My problem comes from the fact that I know where these characters go, and I'm a little nervous as to what the future may hold when they adapt Dune Messiah. Zendaya's character Chani, they wanted to give her agency. That's what they kept saying in the promotion material, and they may have, but they also, by giving her agency, they made her character completely irrelevant in the movie. Like, she serves kind of no purpose. Because the tragedy of Chani's character is her blind devotion towards Paul, her love of Paul. They have a kid together, and the kid dies, and that brings Paul and her closer together. She serves a purpose in the book. And by making her calling out Paul as a false messiah in the movie, kind of, I don't want to say it ruins her character, but like, I don't know, it just doesn't add to it. Because the ending of the book where Paul's mother says to Chani, they call us concubines now, but history will record us as wives, is such a powerful moment for Chani's character. And to just make her whiny and go cry into the sand dunes while Paul continues his jihad into the stars, it makes me wonder, like, where is this character going to go? Because Paul's devotion for her and the kids that they have, it sets up so much in the sequels, and I don't quite understand how they're going to accomplish those things in the sequels if Paul and her do not have the close relationship. Because Paul, of course, marries the princess, but he's completely cut off from her. He's like, you will bear no children of mine. I'm purely marrying you for political purposes. And Chani will be the mother of his children. And that sets up a lot of events in Children of Dune and Dune Messiah. Like, changing that one thing is so, I think, detrimental. And I say I think because I don't know where they're going to take it. Hopefully they can pull it off. And I trust the director. I think he has a plan in place. Another thing I don't like about this movie is they completely eliminated Paul's sister from the movie, and they took away a lot of her moments and gave them to Paul. At one point, the Bene Gesserit calls Paul an abomination, which he isn't. His sister's the abomination, and the only reason why it's in the movie is because that's a big moment in the book. And then making Paul kill the Baron in the most underwhelming way possible is so disappointing, because when Paul's sister kills the Baron in the book, that sets up a chain of events that has like 13,000 years of consequences. And I genuinely don't know how they're going to do. Well, it may not be that big of a deal in Dune Messiah too much, but it's definitely a big deal with Children of Dune. So I really don't know where they're taking the story. And all these criticisms are just, I guess, nitpicks, because the movie is fine. It's a well-made movie. It's structured pretty well. My problem is I don't know how they're going to adapt to the sequels that I really want to see adapted. But I think that's just a me thing. That's not a fault of the movie. That's a fault of myself for being too attached to the source material, I guess. I'm completely fine with a director changing the source material if it works, and I think in the context of this movie it works. But I guess we'll have to. I guess I won't know for sure until I see Dune Messiah in a couple years.